Soviet bomb dogs. Bomb dogs were trained to carry explosives on their backs and run underneath enemy tanks, where the bomb would detonate. Each dog had a pack with a timed or contact-triggered explosive. The explosive was designed to detonate when the dog ran under a tank, or in some cases, be manually triggered from a distance. The Soviets officially called the program anti-tank dogs. During the early 1940s, the Soviet Red Army was under enormous pressure from the advancing Nazi Wehrmacht, which had superior tanks and equipment. Lacking sufficient anti-tank weapons, the Soviets looked for unconventional solutions. Dogs were seen as mobile, low-cost, and able to maneuver in rugged terrain where other anti-tank systems struggled. Dogs were seen as mobile, low-cost, and able to maneuver in rugged terrain where other anti-tank systems struggled. Dogs were starved and then trained to associate food with crawling under tanks, initially Soviet ones. Once this behavior was conditioned, the dogs were strapped with dummy explosives. Eventually, they were fitted with real bombs and the explosives were set to detonate on contact or by timer once under a tank. Some bombs had a lever that would trigger when bent, meaning the moment the dog crawled under the tank and touched metal. The concept worked in theory, but in practice it had major problems. Dogs were trained on Soviet tanks, so many ran toward familiar Soviet models during battle instead of the German ones, blowing up their own side. Battlefield noise, gunfire, and chaos made the dogs panic or run back to Soviet lines, sometimes with explosives still armed. Once Germans realized dogs were being used as bomb carriers, they began shooting all dogs on sight. The Soviet army claimed over 300 German tanks were destroyed by bomb dogs. But most historians believe the real number was far lower, and the tactic was eventually abandoned. By 1942, the program had largely been phased out due to low success and high risk.